Green screens for live streaming, when you should use green screens and when you should not. It is very easy to screw it up entirely. So I don't want that to happen to you, and you will start to look amateur rather than professional, which is the look that you're going for. So we'll talk about the different ways to use green screen effectively, but also when to not use it, and all of that good stuff. We'll tackle your Q&As at the end of this as well. If you are new around here, please do type new in the comments. And if you are new, then you don't know me. Hello, I'm Larry Petrucci from Live Streaming Pros, where we help you create professional live video that is uniquely you. And I am excited to tackle this. Green screens are something that in our community, we always say, no green screens. But there's occasionally a reason that you might want to use them and to have a little bit of fun. So we'll tackle all of that. But first and foremost, let's tackle the reason why you shouldn't use a green screen in most cases. So green screens are actually quite hard to light properly and to key out. So I will show you a demo. I will get down to business. I'm going to pull my green screen behind me. We're going to do a little demo, show you how this works, and how it's a little hard to key it out effectively if you don't know what you're doing. And the key meaning pulling the green out and replacing it with an image or transparent background. Okay, so it can make you look amateur like that. You want professional live streams. That's why you're here watching our videos and live streams around Live Streaming Pros. You want that professional, great quality. Yet in many cases, in most cases, I shall say, that desire for professional streams and professional looking video goes away very quickly when you add a green screen, because you may not know how to do it properly, right? So this is not going to be a tutorial on doing it properly, but I am going to show you some of the issues that can occur. And I've seen some questions come through. We will definitely dig into those. If you have questions, be sure to put Q in the front so Callie can grab those questions for me, and I can make sure that we answer all of them. Okay. So yeah, we'll talk about when, what you're wearing, right? I actually had to change clothes today. I was wearing a red shirt, and that doesn't key out as well, right? And so there are certain colors. Red, yellow can be hard, but more like blues or grays can be a lot easier. I would stay away from white. So there are a lot of different scenarios in terms of what you should or shouldn't do, right? So let me pull the green screen up here. Now, this is the ELGATO green screen. It actually it rolls into itself, and it's the best green screen that I've ever used. That link is in the description because there are no creases. It's just a roller, and it's very easy to store. So I love this things. Okay. Yes, you can key red. It's just a little harder, and you can get some. It's not the easiest color to key. Okay, so with green screen, I'm going to show you some examples of when you could do it, and it actually is a fun thing. And even if you do look a little amateur, it's still an engagement factor for your audience, and it can be a fun way to just encourage more comments and create an environment that is more fun. So I'll show that to you in a second. But first and foremost, let me show you the process of keying out. So I'm using Ecamm Live for this demo. Most softwares have this capability. And so you'll see, so I'm using a 16mm lens. This green screen isn't even wide enough to cover the whole thing. So I'm going to have to zoom in my entire shot to accommodate for that. And that's a key thing to remember. If you want to do green screen, and if you want to spend the time to light it well and do it right, and you want flexibility and freedom to move around like I tend to in my countdown timers, or you just move around a lot like I do, I'm half Italian, green screen is often going to be a little more challenging to accomplish that freedom. So it's definitely not the ideal for people who move around a lot, because you'll see what happens. So let me go back into demo mode here. So we've got the green screen, and what I'm going to do is click this green screen button. Now, Ecamm has a set of images that are sample images. This, guys, doesn't ever look good. Let's just not use the beach unless you're trying to just be goofy. But you look at the perspective here. Like, there is no way in reality that I would look this big compared to the beach behind me, right? It's the perspective is way off, right? You see all of this this is key gone wrong, right? So when you click the green screen, what you're doing is you're selecting a backdrop. Let's just go for this white wall here. And you obviously we need to zoom and pan to deal with the fact that we are missing here this, there we go. So we've got the white wall. I'm coming back. Now you see all of this. It's kind of like, it's fuzz, right? You see, I'm looking a little green. My hair is not actually green, right? So let's take the green screen off. My hair is like a white tip with purple, right? And so if I go into green screen, you're seeing all of that. And so if you're doing this fade level, and you're adjusting it to try and take away all of the little, all of the color and those fuzzies, and oof, yeah. So this doesn't really look good. Let's just call it as it is, okay? It doesn't look good. My hair is not flat, so I'm also wearing glasses, and that can cause some problems. So I want you to understand what doesn't look professional about it, right? Because you can immediately tell that I'm using a green screen. And what we want your audience to pay attention to is the content and your delivery and engaging with your content instead of thinking about this. Instead of thinking about the fact that you are on a green screen. Because even though people may not say it, they're thinking about it. Also, look at that. You can see the green around my hands, right? So let's go to the brick and see what that looks like. A little bit better, but you can still see that cut out effect in my hair and when I move around. Look at that, like that whole movement. Like I said, if you want the freedom to kind of move around a lot, green screen isn't necessarily the most effective solution for you. Yes, it does. It looks bad, right? And so what we don't want is you to look bad. We want you to look at your best so that you feel your best and that you can deliver your best, and then you can grow your audience and grow an engaged community. Yeah? So ew. Yeah. So those are the kinds of things that people tend to think about when you are actually using the green screen. And so I'll show you here in just a second how you can use it to, effectiveness. But the thing is, here, I'm just going to go back to main cam. I'm going to turn my green screen off. Okay. So, that's another, what's another giveaway that it's fake? Oh, you would want to blur the background so it's not as sharp. Right. So let me go back to the backdrop here, and you can actually blur the background. And the blur, it's there. You can adjust the blur amount. Here we go. So like, you don't want it to be super sharp, because in reality, anything further away from you, your eyes blur out, right? So you want to blur it out a little bit, and not all the way, because that looks weird, right? So if you're going to use this stuff, I want you to spend the time to light it properly. So here's another thing to remember. Let's talk about lighting. I left my hair a little scraggly today. I didn't get rid of all the fuzzies because that does happen in real life, and that affects your green screen key. So this green screen is literally like 6 inches, 4 inches away from me, because I don't have it lit properly. You would want to actually light your green screen, set it away from you. See how I'm getting some shadow from me? That's not good. And so you would want to set it away from you so you remove those shadows, and you want separate light on the green screen. Right now, I'm just using my main camera lights, and so that's not going to give me the best key in the first place, right? But a lot of the times, people are wanting to use green screen because they don't have a lot of room. And that's the big kicker, is that when you do have a less room and you're bringing it close to you, you have less ability to light it separately. And so you're just using it like I am. That's why I'm using it, because this is the scenario that most people do with green screen. And that's why it's harder to key out. So you should definitely have it further back from you so you don't have all of these shadows causing more problems with your key. Okay, fuzzies. Yes, as Adam says, we don't want no stinking fuzzies. Definitely not. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of reasons why you might want to use green screen. Okay, there's one scenario where you might want to use green screen, and it's a good thing if you are lighting it properly, if you're doing it well. Okay, so you guys know that oops, sorry, wrong pip. I tend to do this pip when I'm sharing my screen. But a lot of gamers, or maybe you are heavy into tutorials and screencasting, you might want to actually do something more like this, where you have the screen full. Let's get this. Oops, hold on. Here. Let's do something like this, where it's like full screen, right? And so you might actually want you in a pip, where you are actually just kind of in the corner. You're trying to show as much of your screen as possible, and you don't want something like the pip that I showed you before, right? So I'm here, let me show you what I'm doing here. I'm going to change this into custom. This is a camera overlay, one of my favorite new features from Ecamm. Let's see what it looks like, transparent pip, right? So you could go transparent, and you can have yourself in a corner where people are still able to see the background. So whether you're a gamer, whether you're doing screencasts, things like that, that can actually be really effective. But look at this. I'm cut off. And this is the problem that bugs me with so many people's streams. And so what I'm going to do is actually expand my camera a bit, right? So I'm oh, here, hold on. Yeah, you can see that. I'm going to expand it, but then if I go too far, you see the outside edges and the fuzzies. And so we want to adjust it so that I kind of know my hand parameters, so that I don't go off of, because look at that. That looks so weird, right? That looks so weird. So if I can adjust it, and then I know my parameters, and I work to stay within those parameters, that will help you create a more professional looking stream using green screen. But again, you're still seeing this cut off, right? You're still seeing, the cut. You know it's green screen. If you don't have hair like mine that's sticking out, and it's very shaggy, right? If you have straighter hair, you can get by with more green screen stuff. So that's one way that you might want to actually use green screen effectively. Just make sure that you're lighting it properly. Make sure that you're lighting your green screen properly, and a lot of this stuff is going to a lot of the problems are going to go away. Now, second is to have some freaking fun. So let's say you wanted to do something like this for the holidays, right? And you wanted to have a little bit of fun with your audience. This is something that the magical Mr. Paul Dixon created. And this is a way that I could come in with green screen and everybody knows it's green screen, right? It's not like you're trying to fake that you have a good looking background. You're like going all in, right? So if you're going to use green screen, I would suggest going all in, right? So that it's obvious that it's a goofy kind of situation. But again, you're still gonna, ooh, see, I didn't get that out a little bit. So let me adjust that. You can see some of this, oops, hold on. You can see some of that edge right there. So I gotta move that. Okay, hold on. There we go. Get that positioned correctly. There we go. So you want to think about that. Again, my hands are going out of screen. So stay within your zone. But this could be super, super fun, right? Freaking fun. Yes. I'm sorry. It's not even Thanksgiving and we've got Christmas going. That's cool. And so, okay, Matt, I will actually show you how I actually built this. I thought that might be something that you want to see. Okay, that is awesome. Isn't Paul amazing? Paul Dixon is just freaking amazing. If you want, not this, but if you want graphics done for you by our amazing graphic designer, Paul Dixon, you can go to livestreamingpros.com/store and you have a lot of different options and you have a lot of different things that you might be able to add to your productions. Not what I'm just showing you today. Sorry, we did not put that on the store. But that can be a way to add some professionalism to your streams. Okay, so back to this. Paul is indeed freaking amazing. I know, I told Paul that. I told Paul that they're going to want you to put this on the store. So I don't know. Okay. Let's see. How am I layered? I'm gonna show you that here in just a second. So let's go into that already. No, we didn't skip Thanksgiving. Don't worry. This was something that Paul just had ready to go. Okay, so oh, thanks, Impact. I'm so glad that you were able to join us live. Wow, I love it when people just like can't make it live, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're there. I love it. Okay. So do you want a little demo on how I did that? So I'm going to show you my screen here. And in Ecamm, if you are Ecamm users, and I have a full training series, free trial for you at livestreamingpros.com/ecamm. But if you're Ecamm users, the overlays box is where it's at. So I'm using a new feature from them called camera overlays along with some different things. So I'm going to start with a brand new scene. And this is a blank scene, okay? And I'm going to add in, hold on. Hold on. Let me find my files. I forgot to pull those up. Wait, hold on. Let me go to my main cam here. You're like looking at black. Okay. I gotta find my files. I thought I had them pulled up, but apparently I don't. Okay. All right, so I have files. I disappeared. And we're going to go back into demo mode. There we go. Back into demo mode. And I'm going to show you how I build this out. So we're going to that new scene. This is a blank scene. And we're going to add, oh, come on. We're going to add a few different assets that Paul created. So first and foremost, we have this background scene. We're going to add that animated overlay and reposition it, okay? There we go. And then we're going to make sure that this is looping. So make sure that that's playing and looping because we've got Abby popping up in the background there. And then we're going to add the trees there on top of, so this is how you layer, you position them, right? So if I add it behind it, then you can't see it. But if I add it on top of, then you can see the trees. That's just an image. And then we're going to add my camera overlay. So this is a new way of adding cameras instead of through the main camera switcher. You can add a camera overlay, and that allows you to go into custom mode and put it anywhere you want on screen. So I can do this. I'm going to go green screen and click transparent background, and then make sure that I get rid of all my fuzzies. I gotta rekey it here. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm gonna give myself room to breathe here without getting some of that side. There we go. Okay, that's as far as I can go. And then I'm gonna position myself where I want. And then I want to actually be behind the trees so that there's a little bit of layering there. Ooh, I don't like that, so I'm gonna re-edit that. Okay, hold on. I gotta come out a little bit. That's what I need to do. Okay, and then put myself back behind the trees. And then we have one more thing to add, and that's the snow. Add animated overlay. And then we, of course, have to reposition this, make it full screen, and then make sure that this is looping. Boom! And then the snow is on top, because if you had the snows back here or under, let's say you had the snow under, that looks faker, right? More fake, because in reality, snow would be falling in front and behind. So we want to make sure that the snow is in front. And there you go. That's how I built it. That's always just super fun, super fun stuff. Boom. I'm starting to think Gloria is a magician too when I watch her in Ecamm. Well, actually, Paul put this together from his end and sent me a file. What I love about Ecamm is that like Paul actually creates a folder and a file that I just load into Ecamm, but that's how you would build it if you were doing it yourself. So, in all honesty, this is awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, it can, yes. I have like the best of the best iMac. Well, maybe not the best of the best. I don't have the best of the best, but I have a really powerful iMac, the newer version. So it can impact your CPU. You definitely don't want to do all of this with a MacBook Pro from a few years ago. Like, that won't do you any good. Didn't know you could have more than one animated overlay. Well, now you learned something, Joe. There you go. You make this seem so simple. I'm inspired to try. Yay! Of course, again, don't try all of this without, being all in, right? If you're going to do green screen like this, go all in and have fun with it, as opposed to trying to make it look like, let's say you're like, my weekly show is gonna be we're gonna make myself look like I'm in this home office. Okay? No. That's a no. Okay, so the reason that this is a no is because, so what you're trying to do here is trying to make yourself look professional, and you have a weekly show. Again, perspective. Perspective with green screen is so vital to get right, and it's so easy to get wrong. If we were actually in this room, I would not be this big compared to the background. So you've got to think about those things. That is why we do not recommend green screen for the majority of people. That's why we have the no green screen hashtag around our community, because most people don't know enough or don't do it right, and they just make themselves look amateur rather than professional. And we want you to get the best possible professional situation that you can. And one of the things that you can do is have a real background. So this is my home. This is my background for my set, right? And so this is something I've worked very hard to put together, but it creates an environment that is warm and welcoming, and it's not a green screen, so you don't have any of the key issues, but you do have the ability to put that together yourself. And we actually have a free PDF. I've gathered 10 of our students, their behind the scenes pictures, their before afters, and tips from them. I've put that all in a PDF. So livestreamingpros.com/ideas will get you started down this path of what to do with your own background. So if you're not going to go all in and be goofy about it, right, like I showed you, then I would highly suggest that you take that download and that you start working towards your own set background, a physical background that people can feel invited into in whatever way you want to. It can look however you want. And we have another video where David and I, my co-host, we talked about the different ways that you can create a background, different styles that you can use. And so I would highly encourage watching that video as well. So if you want to go further, you can always join our studio workshop where we take you even further and show you exactly what to buy and how to set it up. But I would definitely recommend downloading that Set Ideas PDF so that you can get started with your weekly professional streams, right? And then if you want to get the green screen, we have that Elgato link in the description. Again, my favorite green screen. You can do some fun stuff like I was showing you with those animations. All right, so if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for joining us. Definitely click the link to watch that video and get that PDF that you can download. And join us live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific. And you guys watching live, we're going to go into Q&A right now. All right. Advice worth its weight in gold. Why, thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's see. What questions do we have? I'm just checking in, and then I'm going to go to the pre-gathered questions. I'm sure. Hey, those are affiliate links. If you want to buy an Elgato, we appreciate your support. Idea. Use somebody else's house image to make them think that you're in their house. That would be funny, right? That would be funny. Hello, Ariana. Welcome. Thank you so much for showing up. Perspective for sure. A slight cheat is to create blue to simulate a depth of field. What do you mean? Like the blue background instead of green? I'm not sure that that's... Oh, Callie was here earlier just from her house. I like buying all kinds of LED light and just going crazy with them on my set. No green screen. Yes. And Matt's set, All Things YouTube, that is something that we've used as an example in some of our videos because he does really well with that light and the personality style. Blurry background envy right now. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, so you can do something like this. You could take a picture of your own room and then using that as your green screen background because my room is large, so the far wall is really far away. So you can do that, but you also need to think about perspective in that situation, right? And then maybe take a picture of you in it. Oh, whoa, Sammy, it's your birthday. Why are you super chatting? Wait, that's not what I meant to push. Sorry. Oh, Sammy, you're very welcome. We're excited for your 16th. And I do, like I said, I hope you're doing something fun. And thanks for the super chat. $40. What? Okay. $40, one for each year. Sammy, it's not 40. I know. And he's only 16. And we appreciate how much you support LSP, Sammy. What was I saying? I was answering a question. Completely off topic. I asked a question in the Ecamm Facebook group and had three answers within 5. Yeah. I was just talking to the Ecamm team this morning, and I really do love what they've done. Am I sitting in front of the wall right now? Yes. What you see is what I am sitting in front of. This is not green screen. Hashtag not green screen. So yeah, you can see Abby. Abs. Okay, that's not helping my demo at all. Abs, you want to go for a walk? She's like, I know what you're trying to do. Okay. Let's get to some questions. Impact says powerful insights. So many use green screen in a tacky fashion. Trying to have a professional background with a green outline tint is not cool. Exactly. And that's what I want to help you avoid is that tackiness because people do it unknowingly. They think that they're getting something cool and something professional when in fact it's not. There's anything fake, people automatically they know it. Even if they don't say anything, they know it. And it bothers the eye, and it puts more focus on that yuckiness versus your content or you, and that's not where you want their focus. Sorry, I meant, are you facing the wall right now? I always find that depressing. Oh, no, I'm not. Actually, I can't wait till this series comes out. The whole setup, I have a whole 5-video series set up of my studio that I'm still in the shooting process for, but I shot on Monday. I shot a brand new video about the challenges that I face here, but you'll see this whole space. And when I get my new camera set up, you'll see my whole, like, back behind the scenes shot. But no, I'm looking at the rest of my apartment. So I'm in a studio apartment. So it's 850 square feet. 800 square feet? 850? I think it's 850. Square feet. So I'm looking at literally wide open space because I have a Murphy bed. And so the Murphy bed comes down at night, but in the day, it's wide open space. So it's really nice. It's really, really nice. I love it. I am using Ecamm. So that's what I use. Yeah, I can see out the window. I have windows all along this side of the wall here. What about, okay, I know a lot of you put actual questions. Hold on, I'm getting there. What about using a TV behind you to show visuals instead of a green screen? I like the idea of being able to turn, point, and interact with it more like if I was presenting in person. Okay, so TVs can be really challenging in and of themselves. They have their own set of problems, and a lot of that is glare. So TVs have the ability to, produce a lot of glare from the lights from your studio. So what you want to do, if you're going to use a TV, you can totally do that, but you need to think about how it looks in the shot, because it can be overwhelming in the shot if not done well. And then you also want to tilt it. So you need it on some kind of mount that will tilt. Otherwise, it's very difficult to get rid of that glare. And you want to tilt it forward to remove that glare. So I know that All Things YouTube had some issues with that in his setup. At least I remember that. Why did I just put your comment up again? Sorry. Why, thank you. This is not green screen. If you're just joining us, this is not green screen. You're definitely going to watch the whole replay for the whole green screen demo. We're in Q&A now. Let's see. I've been using an overlay picture-in-picture for an overhead cam in my pedal board. I'm investigating using a green screen picture frame that'll hang on the wall behind me and keep only that space. You can definitely do that. We have had students, a student that I'm particularly thinking of, Charles. Can y'all hear that? It's out of curiosity. So Charles did that, and it was a picture frame on the wall, and it can look cool. It can also look amateur as well. So you, again, use these same pieces of advice for any type of green screen that you might do. Thank you. Thanks for the reminder, John. All right. Let's see. John, the lenses that y'all recommended with the Sony mirrorless cameras, good for green screen video as well as outdoor shoots and outdoor. The lenses that y'all recommend for Sony mirrorless cameras, are they good for green screen video as well as outdoor video shoots and outdoor streaming? So, when you go outdoors for green screen, as you can see, right, when I went into green screen, hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Eeks. Sorry. Hold on. No, I don't want anything on me. Hold on. Look at that. Look at my trees. What's it doing? Oh no. I don't have to set it up from scratch here. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I'm showing you the green screen. Sorry. Oh, I don't have a green screen. I'm an idiot. I'm like, why isn't it working? I put the screen down. I didn't get any coffee this morning. Yeah, thanks. I figured that one out. Oh my God. Oh, so bad. So bad. Okay, we're just gonna take a second. You are very welcome, Renato. I'm glad you're enjoying the class, the workshop. Okay, we're just gonna move on from that. What was I gonna show you? I forget what I was gonna show you at this point. So we'll just move on. Okay, I definitely need to get some coffee. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's keep going to the questions. Oh, what I was gonna show you was answering John because you asked about the whole process of outdoors and green screen. So the lens, the 16 millimeter lens with the green screen, is so wide that it was off the screen, right? And so like I couldn't fill the green screen up. And so you had to use the crop feature in order to get into just having green screen. So that's one thing to consider. But you can get by with placement or zooming in. And then secondly, outside, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Like the camera itself is great for outdoors, but the lens, you might want something different. Depends on what type of thing that you're trying to do. If you're not in our Streamer Accelerator program to be able to ask these questions on a deeper level for your specific unique situations, that is, you can go to livestreampros.com/studio, and there's an option to join Streamer Accelerator, which is our private group, where you also get weekly Zoom calls, you get monthly tech Q&As with David, you get the Facebook group, you get to ask your questions as they occur and not have to wait until these shows. And then of course we get to dive into your unique situations better. Okay, Clay, are there rules that you have to disclose a green screen is used, meaning combating deep fakes? Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense, Clay. There are no rules around that. No, at least not right now. As deep fakes become a bigger thing, there may be something in the future, but at the moment, no. Yes, it is 60 frames per second because it makes it so much crisper. So a lot of people come in saying like this one. Oh, it's so clear. And so if I were to go into 30 frames per second, it's not going to be as crisp and as great of a signal. So my happy insides, can makeup choices screw up green screen? Great question, Kat. Yeah, if you're going like full on green, so green, or if you're going to use a blue screen and you have blue makeup, that could, you're not going to, because it's dealing with outside edges, it's less likely to have you're less likely to have a problem. But if you had like the color of the green screen makeup on, then that would definitely cause problems. Funny story. One time, this was way back in the day when I was doing Geek Beat. I think this is Geek Beat. Yeah, this was Geek Beat. I wore a Mountain Dew shirt, and I did have green screen, and I had a TV with green screen at that time, and I stood in front of the TV, and I wore a Mountain Dew shirt which was green, and neither myself nor Dave Curley, who was my producer at the time, realized that I was wearing green. Like neither of us thought about it. And I was literally going out of town. I came in early to shoot, had to leave to the airport. I was on the plane when Dave messaged me, "You wore green." I was like, no! He had, oh my gosh, because I wasn't coming back into town and that video was set to publish, he had to do some magic with the editor to remove the green from my shirt, because obviously I just had like it was a box that was green, and so you could see my shirt and then like the box. So he had to do all of this like mapping and crazy stuff that he did fix it, but so not worth it. Not worth it. I can't believe I did that. No, it's not a green screen. I'm assuming you joined us late, so I want you to watch the replay. Promise me you're going to watch the replay, because I actually go through a demo of green screen, what to do, what not to do, and you'll see the green screen versus my real set. Yeah, I don't have it anymore, but I did. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, exactly, right? I think you're gonna be just fine, Kat. M MC Schwack, how do you light the green screen properly so you don't have a lot of fuzzies or glare? So that I talked about that earlier. You want light on it separately. So you want separate light and it needs to fill the green screen, right? So don't kick your green screen. One thing to note. So see how we have the shadow, right? And you have natural shadows over here because it's kind of off from where my light is shining on it. So you don't want to see any discoloration. You don't want to see, you want everything to be like up here. You want one solid color of your green screen. That means you need additional lighting on it separately and further away from you than it is right here. And there goes your green screen. Oh no, stir crazies. I did a live show on Facebook a few weeks ago, so messages came back that I looked anorexic. I'm assuming you were using a green screen at that time. So that can definitely happen, right? You can make yourself, because you are keying yourself out and you're removing image, right? That's what that process is. So you can make yourself look smaller because you're removing some of that outside layer. So that can definitely happen. Paul is asking for more likes on this video. Guys, you're disappointing Paul, and he did that amazing thing for you. He did that amazing animation, and you're disappointing the magical Mr. Paul Dixon. Oh, yeah, and definitely when you're lighting green screen, you don't want hot spots. You want good, even light. You don't want hot spots. Thank you for that clarification. Appreciate it. Just going to leave that up while I answer the next question. Clay, any advice for those of us who may have privacy concerns showing inside their home? It's about placement. So, I don't know what you have in your home that you're not willing to show, but it's about placement, right? So if you want to find a corner that you don't have family photos or that they're not seen, like in this case, you're seeing my entire living room. I live alone. It doesn't really matter. Like I don't have people trampling in and out. So you're never going to see people there except for Callie. That's intentional. Or you're not going to see family photos and things like that, right? And I don't know what you're growing that you might not want people to see, but you can find a way around it. Is the point of that. So you can definitely position yourself in a way, and that's what we teach you inside of that studio workshop, is that process of choosing and planning out your studio, and then we tell you what gear to buy and everything. So we have lessons that go through that planning and mapping out process, which is what most people don't do. So I would highly encourage already. Did I accidentally mute myself? I think I did. Okay, let's see. Sha-la-la-la-la. Pricing question. Are there any signs the price gouging for stream gear is going down? Yeah. Most things are available. I think webcams are still hard to get, but yeah, you should be totally fine on most things. If you have a question, Robert, aren't you in our Streamer Accelerator program? I can't remember. Or if not, I mean, if you have a question about a price, then you can always ask it like on a Friday live show or something. But yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering. Yeah, a tighter shot, right? So I have this wide open background, but you could totally go in a bit, right? You can zoom yourself in. You can get on up here. You can get super close if you need to, something like that. a little too. Yes, thank you. Don't put mail or packages in front of the camera. Exactly. When we unbox things, I always have to be very careful about that. Let's see. I'm getting a green screen if that can make me skinny. Does the space between you and green screen matter? Yeah, like I was showing you in the demo, I'm too close to my green screen. So when you saw me pull that up, you're seeing shadow from me on the green screen. I needed it to be that close because I don't have separate lighting on it. And so I needed it to have some lighting to be able to show the key. That is actually, this scenario is what most people do green screen with. Super close to them, not well lit. And so I kind of wanted to demo that with what we see most people doing. So you want it further away from you and lit separately. Okay. Oh, by the way, speaking of pricing and gear and all of that, as we get, closer to the holidays and everything, we've got Black Friday coming up, we've got Christmas. We're going to take care of you. We've got gear guides that we're preparing. We're going to make sure that you have all of the info you need to get the best deals possible and buy the right things, whether it's for yourself or for somebody else who's doing video. We will get you taken care of. So keep an eye out on this channel and our website throughout the months of November and December, because we will be putting out lots of gear guides for you so that you have the ability to make the best buying decisions that you can. And we'll definitely be doing Black Friday live stream. So we'll be gathering up all of the deals on Black Friday, and our Friday show will be the deals of the day. So if you've never joined us for one of those are super fun because we're shopping. We're all just shopping together. It's quite fun. So, but we do the work, and by we, I mean Callie and the moms, the team is taking care of you, gathering up all of those deals, looking for the best pricing that we can find for you. What do you mean, when is Black Friday? What do you mean? You're 16. You should know that. It's in 2 weeks. Yeah, the Friday after Thanksgiving. It will be super fun. Yeah. I'm sure Dell will have some Alienware deals as well. I have 2 webcams. They don't have zoom. One is too wide angle. One is too close. Any workaround besides cropping? If you already said that, I can go back. No, I didn't talk specifically about that scenario. I mean, for the wide angle one, you see how wide angle mine is, right? I cropped that I cropped that in. In terms of the close one, you can set it further back because hopefully you're using a different mic, a USB mic at least, and you can just set that further back. Maybe that will help you. Go mods, go mods. By the way, our team is just freaking amazing. I don't know who all is in here today, but Dr. Elo, Andy Dawson, Susan Chukowski, Kathleen Sinnott, Callie, all in the comments, always taking care of you, making sure that there's no inappropriateness, nobody taking over the stream in the chat, but also supporting you, those of you who are awesome and joining us and adding value to the community. They're making sure you have links to everything we talk about, all of that good stuff. Oh, that's right. Did we do anything with that, Callie? I remember Paul saying that. It's already been introduced, so we need to get that link out as quickly as possible. Amazing team. How are you getting comments that you pick up to pop up screen? Let me show you. So I actually go here. So this is demo mode. This is Ecamm. This is what I use. It's my favorite live streaming software. You can see all of the controls. Here's my camera switcher. I could go back and forth between different camera angles. I've got my comments popping up here. And so then I can throw these comments right here. And then I have a stream deck that allows me to quickly and easily remove the comment. And that I have videos about all of this. So if you are interested in Ecamm, if you're a Mac, this is a Mac streaming software. I need to put that on my stream deck. I keep needing it and not having it. Livestreamingpros.com/Ecamm. Free 14-day trial to Ecamm. Best Mac streaming software. And also I have training videos, free training videos to get you started using Ecamm. We go deeper in our studio workshop, but this will get you started quickly. So there you go. Whoa. Can't believe I always am like, whoa, that happened fast. The hour. November 27th. There you go. Ricardo coming in with the actual date. I'm like, it's the Friday after Thanksgiving. Duh. Duh. Okay. I know. I thought about it today actually. I just didn't have time to pull that one off. I did think about that. Okay, you guys. You are amazing. Thank you for showing up today. And we are live every Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific. Tomorrow, I'm talking about countdown timers and graphics. So if you are interested in learning more about countdown timers, if you want a tutorial on how to use graphics in your streams, that's what we'll be talking about tomorrow. That should be a really fun show. I do have videos about the Stream Deck and other stuff here on the YouTube channel. So if you're not paying attention to the YouTube channel, definitely subscribe. Pay attention to every video we release because we work really hard to make sure it's relevant to you and adding value to your productions, making you a better live streamer. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I have another meeting, so I better get going. But I've really enjoyed hanging out and lots of great questions and comments about the green screen. If you did join late and you didn't see the whole demo, please go watch that whole demo, okay? All right, see you tomorrow. Let's put our dancing shoes on. I almost ended it without a dance. What is my problem? Let's put our dancing shoes on and have a wonderful day. All right, let's go.